up, guys? I'm here to show you my new die cutting station, and I also want to share my previous die storage solution and my die cut machine where I have it. So sorry about the mess, but I'm never gonna be done with this. This used to be my old table where I used to work at and it's a little shorter. This is the one I'm using now. It's a little bit taller because I can stand on it as well. And I used to have my dies right here, my die storage, but I moved my pegboard on this wall and I had to rearrange everything, and it's now over here. And I'm super lazy, so I needed something new because I like to have my dies and my stamps next to me. So this is what I used to have. I used to put them on these CD cases and I was gonna label them, but then my collection started growing, and so I switched to these CD sleeves. And it was perfect here because the big dies fit in here as well, and most of my embossing folders fit into one of the baskets too. And I think I had about 4, but I had a lot of dies and a lot of embossing folders that didn't fit in here at all. So I needed a new solution as well for my die cutting machine. So when I used to sit right here, I had my big kick sitting on top of 2 Recollections cubes, and I had to bring up my big kick, and I usually had a big mess right here, so I had to move stuff around, kind of like what I did right here. Kind of just dumped the basket right here. So I came up with this, which is one of the Recollections cubes right here. And then this is a Sterlite 3-drawer system from Walmart. But I took off one of the drawers. You can snap them off. And then I screwed on this. This is an extra piece from another Recollection wire basket system that they have. And this was an extra piece because you put this on top of each, but then you can also put them together. So I put them together and I had an extra top left. So I screwed this one on here. I screwed on this handle and I put them on some casters. So I had the perfect solution when I was working. I just pulled this out, and then my Big Shot was right next to me, which means I didn't have to bring it up here. And also, I didn't have to bend down or stand up, because when I put it over here, it was a little taller because I was sitting down. So this was perfect. It really was for me when I was on this table. But I did, once I figured out what I liked the most, it wasn't enough room for me to work on my cards over here. I had all my jewelry and clay making stuff over here, but I never used it, and this is a big table, so I took them out. I switched it back as a card making station, but now I'm working on this area, and I do use my chair because I get tired and I haven't bought a taller one. And now I have to roll the cart all the way next to me, and which is fine most of the time, but if I am standing up, then I do have to sit down to use the die cutting machine. It's not a big deal, except for my dies that I wanted them near me and I didn't have anywhere to put them, because I didn't like them on my Raskog because I hadn't found the perfect baskets, like 2 baskets to fit, and then I had to pull it out to get the die out, and well, they get pretty heavy, so I didn't really want to do that. And it's just, I feel like it's not enough room right here. Okay, so this was my original way, like original 3 years ago when I started, when I had a really small collection of dies. They were in this Recollection cube, but they're all the way down there and I'm all the way up here, and I had to keep bending down. I haven't done my labels yet, so it's really hard. I had one hole of this full of the regular dies, I mean the wafer thin dies, and then I had another one with the big dies, and then I had another one with the extra long dies, and then I needed the other one for embossing folders, but I have some embossing folders that are like large, I guess, and they don't fit. And I don't like to break up my system. I don't like to have some stuff over here, some stuff over there, and that's what I've been having. I had my, up here I have a shelf, so I had a basket up there with the embossing folders, and then another basket with stamps and dies that I haven't organized, which is, I'm gonna show you that because it's what I have in my new cart. I found this cart on Craigslist. Oops, 1 second. I've been looking for the last few days for the perfect cart, and then I finally found this cart on Craigslist, and I saw it for $35. But the only way to contact the person was through email, and they never replied. And I kept like thinking about it, how perfect it was, and where I was gonna put it. And I actually don't have room, so it kind of just sits right here for now. But I'm thinking of getting rid of my IKEA shelf. Well, actually, that was before I found out we're moving. Yesterday, we found out we're moving in 2 months, so I'm probably never gonna get the whole setup thing. So I'm just gonna wait. But anyway. Back to the cart. They never replied, so I tried again yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. It was really late. It was like past midnight, and I was checking Craigslist again, and I saw the cart again. So I decided to try to email them again, but then I saw that they had a phone number. So it turns out it was a different person selling it, and it actually cost me $25. And so I begged my husband to go get it after work, and he did. Let me just show you. I think these are adjustable, but so far I haven't been able to move them. So maybe I might get my husband to do that, maybe. And this is not the permanent setup. This is just for me showing you. This is one of the baskets that holds all my embossing folders. These are some extra dies that I haven't transferred to the CD sleeves. So they just sit here, and then most of these are actually the stamp and die dies from the dies from the stamp sets. And this is the basket I was telling you about, how these are all my newer ones that I haven't organized, so they just fit in this basket. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have maybe acrylic containers. I don't know what I'm gonna use, but these are not gonna stay here. Since this is wire, I don't think I want wire baskets on it. And then I want something thin, like shorter or thinner, so I can fit 3. You know, because I don't like to waste room. I don't like this. I don't like having this size and then having the basket this size. I don't like that. So I have to look for something else. Because then that way I could probably get 3 on here. Alright, and then, so these are the actual drawers that go on that cube. This is temporary, but this one's holding my big dies. This one's holding the rest of my dies. So this is long here. This is holding, these are the CD sleeves. I put them on some magnet sheets that I get from the Dollar Tree, and then on cereal boxes that I recycle. Yeah. And then these are the bigger, these size.